Well, speaking of pins, thumbtacks, staplers, computers, rulers, pens, pencils, whether you're learning in the classroom or the dining room, organization is key to getting the most out of school. Our friend Sherry French from Mom Hint has some helpful hints.
Sherry French joins us. She's the mom with all the hints, and this is an unprecedented time for us to need hints as parents with school being back in session in person or e-learning or a combination thereof.
Yes, and I have a house that's a combination thereof.
Okay.
I have my oldest, Alexa, we're actually in her room today that goes to university. She is virtual, but my youngest is in school. So we want to create places for all of our kids that are home and learning where it's not costing a fortune, and it gives them a place that is fun, lets them be creative, and let them focus too.
And we may have some of these supplies already in-house, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. A lot of things we can do with things we already have.
All right, let's get started. Go.
All right, so I love this first one. So calendars, we all have calendars, and I do not like using the calendar on my phone. I don't feel I can get focused. I have to look and remember, especially for Alexa, my oldest, that has learning issues. She likes to see things.
Right.
I've got a great way to create a visual calendar, and I have 3 of them now in my home: Annika's room, Alexa's, and my office. Using paint chips. Sounds crazy, but you just need some paint chips and a picture frame 16 by 20. And what you're going to do is get paint chips that are 5 in kind of the same color scheme, light to dark, for the 7 days of the week. So you're going to have 7 different colors. You know, the white paper that comes, you know, the free paper of the picture in your frame.
Right.
You're actually going to flip that over, and you're going to, using glue, cut those paint chips into 2 by 2.5 inch sections, glue them on that free piece of paper, flip it over, put it in the frame, and using your Expo white markers, count the month, the days of the week. And you see Alexa's got, I know she's got lacrosse. She's actually coaching high school field hockey. She's taking some summer classes. So this is a great way to visually plan your month out and not have to buy a calendar.
Oh, my oldest son is very visually driven. This would be so good for him, just to know what's next, what day, and keep it straight.
Yeah, and I think it looks great. It looks great in Alexa's room. I love this.
Yeah, it's pretty. You've picked the right colors. Yeah. So what about desktops?
So this actually costs a fortune. I was looking at buying, you know, all these fancy desktop organizers, but they cost a lot of money. I've got some great hacks on how to do it in a cheap way. Let's talk about mason jars first. So just the mason jars you buy at the grocery store, just with a glue gun, you can glue them together and flip them over and store. Let me flip over here. All of your pencils, anything that's long, looks cute and visual, and everything's there as you need it.
And it's clear, so if there's something that's at the bottom that you've been looking for, it's a lot easier to find.
Well, and again, I have about 10 of those store purchase ones, and you're right. Maybe there's an eraser or some paper clips. You don't need to do it anymore. You can see everything, and it looks great and costs nothing. All right, next. How many of you have cereal boxes in your house? How many of you throw them out of your house? Me.
We recycle, but I don't care.
Not anymore. So you can actually create a fancy storage holder out of cereal boxes. So take your empty cereal boxes, you're going to take the tops off, stick them together, and then by cutting, once they're together, you're going to cut down on an angle, and check this out. I've made a 3-stack storage organizer. So I've got Alexa's day planner. She's got some cue cards, hand sanitizer, scissors, a book that she's reading, just by using cereal boxes. And you know what I use to cover it?
I was just about to ask you that.
The paper that you put in your drawers in the kitchen.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Right?
I was thinking maybe wrapping paper. That's going to be too fragile. That's got some resilience to it.
You can use this. You can use duct tape. And I believe Annika told me it's washi tape. So that color tape that's fancy, we trim the box out. But again, a cheap way, and we've had this for about a month now, looks pretty and costs me virtually nothing.
Well, and maybe the kids can help themselves, make it a craft project if you're e-learning.
Well, and yes, absolutely. You could take a little time out to make some supplies. All right, and then this last one is a super easy one. Silicone cupcake holders. Use them to store. I've got some binder clips, some paper clips. They look cute. They look great in your room. Cost virtually nothing. You do not need to pay a lot of money to have things look great, and just repurpose them. You probably already have these in your kitchen.
Wow. Okay. You said one more, but you've got another one. You've always got one in your back pocket.
I've got a back. So I love this one. So what does your power bar look like in your office? Do you have 5,000 things plugged in, and when you go to unplug something, you don't know what it is? No. So I've got 2 hacks for your cord. So first, a big binder clip. You're going to attach this to the side of your desk, and just so you can put the cord down it, I've actually got this right here. I don't know if you can see it on the side. I've got my sharpener
I
with
see it.
the cord it's going through these ends here. That will organize it on the side of your desk. But when you get to that bottom power cord, take that washi tape, color tape, masking tape. So this says sharpener on it. So when you go down to that power bar, you know exactly what you're looking at and what you should unplug. Seems so simple.
Just a couple seconds, a couple pennies, but it can save a lot of frustration when you need to pull the right plug.
Absolutely.
Where can we go to learn more?
You can head over to my Instagram for all of these how-tos at Mom Hint.
We'll put that link on indystyle.tv. Thank you. Happy schooling.
Happy schooling. Thanks for having me.